Everybody, and welcome to Robin's house. Today I'm working on the Trusty Tools workshop, and what I have is my little Craftsman drawer gift box, and I wanted to show you how to make that so you could make one on your own if you wished. So I'm going to do the best I can. My ruler's kind of wonky on here, but what you need to do is to build your drawer itself. You start with a piece of cardstock and you're going to score it at 1 inch here, which you can't see. So I'm off the thing. You score it at 1 inch, and then you score it at 2 1/4, and then you score it at 8 1/4, and then you score it at 9 1/2, and then you cut it off at 10 1/2. So what this is doing is building you a 1 1/4 inch tall box with a 1 inch. This is to make it a little strong. And then you turn it the other way, and this is going to be your front and your back of the box, the slidey drawer. So you're going to score this at, this is a little wonky. Looks like this is at 3/8. And then you're going to score it at 1 1/4 higher than that. And then 5 inches higher than that. And then 1 1/4 more. And then cut it off after about 1/2 inch or a little more if you wish. So sorry about that one, but this starts at 3/8 of an inch. So that wonkies everything up. So then what I do is I want to have strong sides. So that means I'm going to cut my sides over here instead of cutting them over here, if that makes sense. And I also cut, you can kind of see here that I didn't cut it straight. I got a little bit of that bulk out of the corner on both sides of these. And then even as I cut these, it's not cut straight. It's just a little bit of a diagonal just to get some of that bulk out of the corners. So now we've got our stuff scored and trimmed. And then it's time to assemble. So we're going to bring our box sides in. And what I'm going to do is glue these together so that it gets wrapped around and creates a real nice strong side. And then we're going to do that again on this side. We're going to wrap it around. So what I'm going to do is take my glue and go here and here. I've got the space in the middle kind of uncertain because I don't think I've got some, it doesn't go all the way. So I can definitely go a little farther with my glue. I like putting the glue on there because the glue itself also creates some strength. So there we go. Getting a nice strong side on there. We'll do the same thing on here. Put those sides in, wrap them around. This one I was a little messier on, but it's okay. It'll dry clear. And then the back, I had that extra 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, just again for strength on the back as well, just to give it some oomph. And so now we've got a nice strong box. And then on the front of this, you will add a strip of the, it's silver, but it's like brushed, I think brushed silver strip, and it looks really cool. It looks like a Craftsman drawer. So now we have a little drawer that functions. So the drawer is kind of easy. Now the problem is the box part is a little difficult in that it's going to be longer than 12 inches. So you have to piece it. So I pieced one as well as I could with my 8.5 by 11 paper. So again, let's see how much this is. So this is going to be about 1.3/8 because it was 1.25 inches. The drawer is 1.25 inches. So my box needs to be a little larger than 1.25 inches. So I have 1 inch and about 3/8, but then I also got 5/8 on the side. So what I probably started on this side. That'll be way easier. Okay, so I've got 1.5 inches, and then that inch, the 1 and 3/8, and then we've got a 1/6 and 1/8, because again, it has to be bigger wide too, not just bigger tall. And then another 1 and 3/8, and then just whatever's left of the 11 inches. And then I created a second one. This is like kind of be my box bottom. This is my box bottom. And so it is 6 inches by, it's scored at 5, and then it goes to 5.5. So the next thing you do again is you get rid of some of that bulk, and then we're just going to fold it. So we've scored it this way so the indents are down. I'm going to turn it over so I can fold it. That pressing of it down creates kind of a strong base. It's so now I have the basic box shape, and that's why I can go ahead and put the top on. So let's go ahead and bend that too. So what I have is, this is the largest gluing surface that I can make. You can even it out if you want to. It's probably wise. I just didn't get it that way yet. And I'm going to put glue on both of these flaps, because this is where that thing will go, and to create the 4 sides of my box. So I've got to put it on here, and then while it's still a little dry, go ahead and move here so that I can still move things around if I need to. There we go, nice and straight. Okay, so now I have the 4 sides of my box, but now I just have the open end. So what I'm going to do is, I want to have it be as nice as possible on the back. So I'm going to put some glue on this underside here and to the end, and put some glue here and here. I'm going to push those down, and then I can go ahead and put glue on this so that as much as possible will get covered. And that creates the box, which can now, this will be the bottom, which can now accept the drawer. So there you go. You've got a gift box ready to give your favorite guy, I'm assuming. So there you have it. Your little workbench drawer gift box. Cute, cute, cute. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting.